And for the sake of this video, introduce yourself. Tell me who you are, what your position is, what your background is.
Okay. Well, I'm Sammy Epps. I'm a head track coach, head track and cross country at Bowie High School, assistant football. I've been at Bowie High School for about 27 years now. And obviously, I've been blessed. I've been blessed. My job, obviously, is to promote speed, man. My job is to promote speed with our programs, with our football as well as our track program.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So tell me a little bit. I know you're a track guy. That's what we met about last. What do you do with the football program?
Well, I coach freshman football,
Okay.
and I coach receivers and DBs. I coach
Nice.
the defensive backs, secondary.
Okay, now you're in my world. Yeah,
Definitely.
I would tell. So speed is important for those guys. That's for dang sure. Okay, well, awesome.
Definitely.
Tell me, what is your personal coaching philosophy? What makes you different from everybody else?
Well, I don't know if it makes me any different than anybody else, but I just, I take the kids that we have, whomever that is. We can't go out and pick who we want, obviously, but whoever we have, we're gonna train that particular kid. Period. Whomever that is, we're gonna take them from where they are from point A to point B, wherever they end up. From the time that they're freshmen to the time that they're seniors. Hopefully, and by the time we finish with them, we have promoted serious speed endurance type workouts and things to make them faster, bigger, faster, stronger.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I love that. Okay, well, what's your idea of leadership? How do you get guys in your program, whether it's football, whether it's track, whatever? How do you get guys to step up and be leaders?
Well, that's kind of that's a tricky question.
Mm-hmm.
It varies from kid to kid. Some kids are natural leaders. Some of them are natural leaders, and you don't have to, tell them very much for them to be vocal and out front. As long as they know what they're talking about, usually they're going to do the right things. They're going to show other kids, by the time they get to be juniors and seniors, what to do. But we try and bring them in as freshmen and sophomores and try and teach them what we want them to do and how we want them to do it. And sometimes that's a tedious process, but that's where your learning really takes place. And that's where most of your kids can develop leadership. I don't think leadership is something that the coach always needs to do or needs to be exhibiting. Obviously, the head coach, there are certain things that we need to do to lead, guide, and direct the kids' path. Not only the kids, but our assistant coaches as well.
Mm-hmm.
But once we give them the foundation and show them what we want, and repetition. Usually repetition is the one thing that kind of drives our program. And once they get those things down, then the natural leaders will step up. Other kids have to be prodded sometimes because they're not used to being vocal and leading other kids. But the more they become secure with what we're doing, more polished with what we're doing, the more they'll step up and lead some of the younger kids. And that's exactly what we want.
Yeah, that's awesome. So talking a little bit about that, what's your idea of culture? What is the culture of your program or something that you desire in your program to be?
Yeah. Number one, family. We want our program to be an extended family, not just for the best kids. Obviously, I want all of our kids to be included. I want them to feel like they have a role, they have a part in our program, just like everybody has a part to play in their family. I want them to know, okay, this is your job, this is your role, this is what we want you to do. We want you to feel a part, we want you to be a part, and we want you to contribute to that family.
Love it. You guys, y'all didn't get to completely finish your track season this year.
No,
How
we
are
didn't.
how are some of your seniors doing? Kind of taking that.
Well, obviously it was tough. It's very tough for them, and for us as well as coaches. But
Yeah.
because we didn't get to, to exhibit, get our kids to show what they were really, some of their strengths. But for the most part, our seniors were pretty well adapted, and I had several seniors that signed early, thank goodness, which which was really good for them. Which in a perfect world, that's exactly what you want. You really don't want them to wait until the last minute to prove themselves or to show themselves worthy of a college scholarship. And we try and develop that sophomore and junior year to be their shining years. Those are years that they're earning those scholarships. And by the time they become seniors, all they have to do is sign, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride their senior year.
Oh yeah, and you hope by the time the end of track season gets there, some of them are fighting that senioritis. They're fighting, trying to just hang with it and stay in there.
Exactly.
Man,
We really hadn't had a great deal of problem with that as far as on the track side. We've really had seniors the last several years that, man, they have just stepped right up and really done a great job, and they really didn't have to. And we had some kids like that, this year. They'd already signed scholarships with football, or some of them already signed with football. Some of them had already signed their track scholarships, in which they really didn't have to get in there and work hard and do the things that we require them to do. We'd like them to do as seniors, but we had a great group of kids that stepped up and we're already doing that.
Man, that's great. You guys got any plans? Got any plans for when all this is over with? When we actually get back to normal? You got any big plans?
Oh yeah, we go back to square one.
Yeah,
To square one, and we start all over again.
Yeah.
That's just what we do. That's what we do. It's repetition. We go back in and we do the same things. If you've always done things that work, don't change them. Never change things that worked. And we get our kids to buy into that program, and that's what we do.
Man, I love that. I love that mindset, Coach. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
it works, man.
You have any goals for your kids, or your goals changing at all since we had to take about 5 months off?
Well, goals, long-term goals, usually don't change very much.
Right.
We always want to be, district champion, area champion, regional champion, state champion, in that order.
Yeah.
Have to do them in that order. Those things never change. They never change. And that's just the way it is. That's the culture that we have in our program.
Yeah, heck yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, transition a little bit. Do you guys do anything? I know Bowie's a pretty dadgum big school.
Yeah.
But do you guys do anything strength and conditioning wise or nutrition wise that's a little bit different, or what's your personal philosophy on that?
Well, to be honest with you, we have a trainer, strength and conditioning trainer at our school.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, most of our football guys go through our strength and conditioning program with the football team. They get all their lifting in during the football period. And the ones who are strictly track, I have a great assistant coach, Coach Devon Campbell. Man, he does a wonderful job with strength and conditioning through the fall and into the spring. And by the time we get ready to run, our kids are really fit. And I just can't say enough about him. He does a great job. Great job.
Oh, man, that's so nice.
I am blessed to have him. Blessed to have him. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, what about from the nutritional side? Do you guys have anything y'all do there?
Well, we have a booklet that we pass out every year, and there are certain core guidelines in which the kids can follow. Because coming in as freshmen, kids they just don't know. And we give them a guideline to follow. We have meetings with the parents and kind of reinforce the things that we have in our handout, our little booklets. And we try and follow up on those things as we go through the year, checking, okay, what did you eat today? You can't come to work out on an empty stomach. It's just like fueling a car. If you're going to drive a car, you got to put gas in it. And we're trying to tell them, like what things to eat before practice, what things are we going to eat before a meet, what things we're going to eat sometimes during a meet, right, so that we can finish, And that's where, so that's where you guys come in really handy, man. I mean, you come in really handy when you have those meets like the Texas relays, when you're out there off and on all day long, and you can't leave the meet. Man,
Right.
you guys, man, I'm telling you, you're a godsend. Really, you help us great.
Man, the Texas relays were going to be big for us this year.
I know.
I had some big stuff planned for that. I was excited. I was planning for that for a couple months, and that getting canceled was devastating for me,
I
man.
know.
I put a lot of work into that one. I was
Hey,
excited,
no, don't
but
worry, it's
that's
gonna
all
pay
right.
off. It's
Yeah.
gonna
Oh,
pay
yeah.
off.
We're going to be doing more of the parent stuff this year, trying to get in front
Yeah.
of because I know coaches have parent meetings all the time.
Yes.
And so I think we're going to try to get involved with those and actually bring nutrition education to the parent meetings.
Yeah.
That way the coaches don't always have to press that. They can worry about program stuff, or they can worry about, X's and O stuff. We can take that off their plate. So keep us in mind whenever the school year gets running again, because we'll come in and do some big things for you guys. That'd be great.
Hey, that would be great, because you know as well as I do, sometimes not only do the kids get tired of hearing us say things,
Yeah.
say things over and over and over, it kind of turn a blind ear to us.
Right.
But man, when you get somebody else to come in and say the exact same thing,
Mm-hmm.
they hear it. They hear it as well as the parents. Same thing.
It's weird.
So
It's weird how that works, right?
Yeah. But hey, we'll definitely tap into that and let you guys come out and speak to one of our parent meetings. That'd be great.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, let me know. We'll be there. We'll do it big.
All right. We'll definitely do that.
Cool.
Definitely.
Well, Coach,
All right.
man, I appreciate it. Thank you for jumping on here with me. I picked your brain a little bit on some culture and some leadership stuff. I thank you, man. I appreciate you taking the time to
No problem.
to jump on here. If you need anything, holler at me.
All right.
Clearly, I'm free right now, so we can.
We all.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Well, Coach, stay safe, man. Enjoy your time.
All right. And thank you again for everything you did for us this year. Really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do it again next year.
All right. Have a good one.